just hold on tight. Here comes Armageddon's bite. Can't open a twist and turn. Feel the power as you learn. Top rolls rising like the sun. Flock press heavy, gotta run. Side pressure moves so fast. Fight for glory, make it last. Smash to the back, case the mass. Back pressure strong, never pass. Break on tension, feel the pain. Push through when it's in the vein. Hold your ground, don't give in. Feel the fire deep within. In the arena, battles rage. Strength and spirit, break the cage.
We are live.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So how's everyone doing?
Oh,
Doing good.
I can barely move my arms.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch. You guys get a bunch of snow in Calgary today?
Not a bunch. It's melted already.
Oh, we got a bunch here today. Still a lot of snow on the ground. Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got
the
like
deer
an
got a
inch.
good amount. The deer got a good amount.
We got an inch, but the sun came out and melted it. So,
Supposed to be plus 12 here tomorrow, so I'm sure it'll all go away.
oh, it's gonna be nice, man. Right to the weekend. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. No, I was working on inside today. So
Nice.
doing working on my new inside hit. So
Cool. Dad and I are going to Edmonton Extreme. We're trying to
see how
get
he's-
some intel.
Yeah, and then get him working on transitions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and get some intel.
Say
Yeah.
so.
Plus that finishing move you showed me, Brian, but we won't tell anyone about it.
No, oh no, we're not going to talk about that one. Yeah. Keep that on the down low.
So East versus West this weekend, or like happened this
It
weekend?
was pretty crazy.
Man, Devin's good, hey?
Devin is good, man.
Maybe the best.
Well, I think he is the best arm wrestler.
I mean, he's a 3-time belt holder at different weight classes. I mean,
He's lost 3 times in like 10 years.
Yeah.
the
And
people that
all
are top
Georgians.
all top 3 guys, really. Well, at the time when he lost to them, they were considered like maybe that guy could be number 1. You know, maybe he could beat LeBron. You know,
He should have beat Gennady, though.
Yeah, I think so.
that is what it is.
The reffing on that one was brutal, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that first. Oh, that I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, really quick before we get into the results of East versus West, qualifiers looking not official, but if people are watching, it's looking like February 1st, just outside Red Deer.
Okay.
So yeah, that's for Armsaggeddon qualifier.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Looks like they're doing good stuff with that. So
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be good. There's gonna be some surprises. I think some people are gonna have some good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'll be filling you guys in on everything because we're co-promotion on it. So
that's sweet.
yeah, it would be
Yeah.
at the track on 2. It's just 10 minutes outside Red Deer, just off the highway before Lacombe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I had a buddy who used to work there actually.
Yeah, Stu Bellick's cousin owns it.
Yeah.
Kirk Bellick.
Dude, that's so hype.
Yeah, I was on the phone with him today. We talked, and he's got a full production company too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because he does the horse races out there too.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we're on to something, guys. We're on to something. So
Nice.
be
Yeah.
hyped.
Stay tuned for that, guys. It's gonna be
Yeah.
sweet.
It's gonna be sweet. Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. So yeah, and Feb 1st gives lots of time for people to prepare for it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah,
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't go over all the matches because there's a million of them.
There was
but
so many.
I have a few I definitely want to go in depth quite a bit about.
there was bangers. Let's start
David
with the bangers.
Samusha.
Yeah.
He can't be stopped, man.
He's got endurance for days. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And you get a
Good time.
pin called on him though. It seemed like that first round.
Yeah.
It was a
Well, he
pin
got-
for a while.
I think he got pinned the second round.
It was a second round. There was one of those rounds where it looked like he was
Yeah.
pinned.
Yeah,
So,
for like a whole minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for like a good amount of time.
His
I'm like-
wrist was under the pin line.
I'm like,
Yeah.
is he pinned? And then they
Was.
waited a long time. They did call it. They did call a pin, but it was like they took so
No,
long.
they didn't call. They didn't call the one
They
pin.
didn't? Oh,
No, there
dude,
was one they didn't. Yeah,
it was such, dude. That event took so long. It was like a 4-hour event.
they ended up calling a foul or something, and then
I'll say this: Mac really stands out more and more because of that. Because it's like, holy shit, man!
Oh, yeah.
That one match, I don't know which one it was, man. It's taking forever. You're not as bad as the qualifier series. There was that one match actually took 27 minutes.
Oh, I know. It's like,
But
yeah, no, Mac's doing the right things, you know. And I'm sorry. I told Ian today again. I'm sorry for not taking the match. It's just too much near Christmas. Too much on me.
yeah, there's so much going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So
We'll get another chance with that guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
More
I'll be even
That's the
stronger.
thing.
I'll be even stronger then too. So
We've been talking about that too. Like it just keeps snowballing more and more. So
yeah. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting to see who comes out and wants to go to Armsaggeddon too, because that's going to be amazing.
Armsaggeddon is awesome. I had a great time.
And I got a match New Year's Eve, but everybody keeps saying no. So they wanted me to pull Leaf's pulling Jordan Sill coming up. So he couldn't take the match with me, and I don't blame him. They asked Clint said no. Yeah, I guess he said he wanted details, and then he said no. And then they asked Dustin Finley, which I wanted Dustin to pull Dustin because I thought that'd be a wicked like revenge match, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like I might be pulling Dustin Finley. But he said he wanted 2 days to say yes or no.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't know. And then if he says no, they're gonna start asking Alberta guys. So either way, I got a match. Somebody's gonna pull me on New Year's. Yeah. Just wait and see. If it's Dustin Finley, I'm gonna train hard anyway, but I'm gonna train really hard.
Yeah, and you know where he's going by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, I know where he's going. Yeah.
Got to do what Devin did to Oleg in that second round.
Yeah. Well, I have experience with the press, so he'll be really strong in that position. So I just got to make sure.
Yeah. You got to make sure you get the right blocking angle that he's not able to press.
Yeah, that's right.
He's stuck trying to.
He'll be getting so much rise and up pressure on the go that I don't know. He might abandon the press if I do it right. So
good.
Yeah.
Nothing like giving somebody an arm break angle to make them not want to press. I mean, it's like kind of being like, well, if you go to dive in, it might be.
If you go to do it, and I'm on top with your hand,
that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, it's.
People don't. That's what I mean. People think twice when you're like, "How hard do I want to commit here?" Like, there's a few guys that will still do it and they'll win.
Yeah, they will.
But
the Leach brothers can do it, man.
That's what I mean. Like those
that's
guys
years of training. Yeah,
that's about it. Like, there's not many that can do that. So I wouldn't bet that he would try that even because you got to put so much frame into that in a bad position. It's
And the thing is, as I was looking at the match, Len and me are so different.
Len is so powerful and so fast,
explosive. But
the thing is, I think it's and the way that he hits it recoils. He recoils after. So if he doesn't get you off the first, it's kind of easy to bring him back. Not easy to bring him back.
Not easy, but yeah.
If you're smart, that's when you're gonna attack, right?
Yeah.
That's what it seems to be. But that initial hit, everyone's getting knocked almost to the pad. Like it's not like they're taking it and going. They're getting right to the pad, close to it, and then they're coming back around.
Well, Ben the guy he just pulled kind of showed the blueprint, right? Go to the strap and back. If you have lots of back pressure, you can just take it.
Len is not a one-trick pony, I wouldn't say though. So
I don't think so. I think he's been looking like one lately, but he's not. If
people start to take this lane away from him, he'll find a new one quick.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Len's last two matches have also been against like monsters that people don't really know of, and. But because Len's a machine, man.
No, it's true. It's true.
Oh yeah,
100%. Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that Len pulled, and he would have absolutely schooled them. But he just got two really, really good guys.
Yeah, I think so too. But I got to pull one of them maybe. So we'll see.
Yeah,
but I'm not intimidated at all.
Yeah, well, no, that'll be fun. That whole thing going on down there too.
Yeah, I'm getting beastly. So, we'll see.
So, Brian, now that you've been training lots, doing lots of stuff, do you feel like you're still strong where you were strong before, or do you feel like you're finding new lanes for yourself that you're stronger?
Yeah, I'm finding new lanes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to rely on one lane too much, and then now that I've went outside the box a bit, you're right. I've found some new lanes, and I think I can be really strong in some of those lanes too. So I think
Yes.
inside, I just gotta work on body positioning and work on the go if I want to go inside. Those are my. It's not that I'm weak there. I'm really strong, but I'm weak at getting there. Right. So
And there's a difference between being strong and being stiff. Being stiff isn't
Yeah.
necessarily good.
Mhm.
You want to be fluent in your movements and
Yeah.
smooth. You want to be strong but smooth. You don't want to
Yeah.
be stiff, right? Stiff's gonna get you your
Yeah.
wrist cracked back. You want to be very smooth and everything.
Right
Yeah,
to
you wanna
60.
you
That's
wanna
with
be
anything. You
flowing.
just got to take time to get the smoothness, but
Well,
more the training.
I've been training different too. You know, like even when we were in Lethbridge, I said, no, even though like there's some strong guys, I'm just gonna go 60, 70%. That's it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of neat because, you know, I went Travis, I hopped on the table with Travis, and I said to myself, I really want to pull hard against Travis. But I said, no,
Did you
don't
see?
do
Did you
it.
see how I did against Travis?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I felt really good that day, man. I was quite
Yeah.
surprised with how I did against everybody.
Oh yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing. Sean was right there beside me, so I'm like, okay, I got to go like 60%. Like, you know what I mean? I can't go all out. And then Travis, I was going with him outside of strap. It was like 60% was working. As soon as we got strapped up 60%, he kept taking me at 60%. So I was like,
Yeah.
how am I going to do this? And then I remember Matt telling me like about 2 weeks before, he's like, Brian, if he's getting you, don't up it, don't red line, just try some different shit, man. He's like, you know, and I saw I had him, I was holding him, and I'm like, well, what do I do here? So I punched and boom, I got him center and dragged him down. And it was like at 60, 70%. I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like I got it, you know?
Oh, I was redlining against Travis, but I was really happy with how I was doing. Same
Yeah.
with against Jeff Miller. I felt really good. Just I know it's practice
I
and everything, but I usually
I was
don't pull 'em
watching.
like that.
You were doing good. I wanted to go red line against not Jeff, Trav. I wanted to red line with him, but I was like, no. And then when he had me near the pin pad again, I think my surge, it might have been like 90% to get it back. But I mean, the 60% wasn't working with Travis. He's too strong. Like, you know, especially too, like I could feel that once he figures out a few things too, like that guy's gonna be a beast, man.
Oh, he's got the power, man. He's just got to
He's got the
figure out
power.
a
That's
few
what I mean. He's
things.
got the power, right? Like, you know, there's just a
Well,
few.
just look at him.
He doesn't have a training partner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dad said as well, like he doesn't have a club that's really pushing
Yeah.
him all the time.
Oh,
And you
he's
can
like the
definitely
coach,
notice
right?
that. Yeah.
He's like the coach. Yeah. Well, we have Matt. We have everybody too, right? And we all kind of
Got a lot
help
of guys.
each other, and yeah, it's
Well, I mean, yeah, especially in Red Deer, man. Like the
Yeah.
list goes on, right?
And everyone's style is basically so distinct that if someone needs help with a specific thing, like there's always a guy that's almost a specialist, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
But
right.
dude, Miles sure felt good in Lethbridge. Holy smokes.
I didn't pull him in Lethbridge. I pulled him in Montana, but I didn't.
He felt good in Lethbridge, man. I gotta yeah. I guess can't say nothing yet.
He's got a lot of hand. He's got a lot of hand, man. So
Yeah, he does.
You got to take his hand out of the equation. That's what I felt. Like, the second I gripped up with him, I said, okay, you know what? I'm not going to make it about his hand. I'm going to make it about my hand, right?
Yeah, but you have a good hand as well.
Yeah, my hand's really my hand. That's my thing, right?
So you kind of can match up with him on that.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's fun. He felt really strong.
Talking about Miles?
Yeah, Miles. Yeah.
That guy right there.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
That's me dragging him over. Look, I'm dragging him.
Yeah. So, okay. So we covered kind of one match. We talked about what match were we talking about?
Samusha.
Oh yeah. And then Samusha. Yeah. Well,
What about Todd Hutchings?
And Kanai? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a match. Yeah.
It was a
Todd had to
battle.
go outside to beat him, eh? Todd couldn't beat him inside.
You just couldn't pin. You just couldn't pin him. Yeah.
He had to like go outside to be able to finish. That was close.
Yeah.
Close match.
It was. Well, the thing is I mean, it was kind of one-sided in a sense. I mean, Kanai never got a pin on Hutchings.
No,
He
that's
won
true.
2 round on fouls, right?
That's true.
So I mean, you know, like even though it was as close as it was, Todd.
Yeah, it was close by watching it, but not close on the score. It was technically
Yeah.
with 2 foul losses. So 3-2.
It was like Kanai came back, and I would say he's in the top 6 or 7 in that weight class, not pulling for 10 years or however long he's been since he pulled.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Which is really crazy. Yeah.
What about Michael and Gennady?
I thought that was the way it was going to go.
Me too. I thought Gennady would have it. I mean, sorry, Michael.
Yeah, because after the Jablonski bullshit,
well, yeah,
I was like, Michael's, how are you going to press him, Gennady? Like, I knew that
one round where they tried to go press for press, I think round 3 or something.
Yeah.
Michael just boom right to the pad.
Right to the pad. Yeah, that was over.
Yeah,
but good match still, though. Still a wicked match.
3-2.
Who do you want to see Michael pull next? Hermes?
Hermes, yeah.
Yeah. What about Gennady?
Nah, I want to see him pull Vitali next.
Gennady, I think, went in over his head, like that. He shouldn't have took Michael first match back. He did have a bicep tendon tear. Michael's had 3 matches since his injury. Gennady, that was his first match since his injury. I think he made a mistake taking the Michael match. So, I mean, I would say somebody a little less, and then get that confidence back up, and then, you know what I mean, make sure your arm's good, and then go up.
So if Devin decides he doesn't want to pull 105 or 115 and he wants to go try for Levon again, would you give Devin Gennady as a welcome back to supers?
Oh yeah, for sure. And then that way we can see. Well, I think Devin would kill him now.
I would also give him Vitali. I think Vitali is almost in question to be next against Levon. You know what I mean? His track record's looking pretty good right now.
I think Vitali's a really bad matchup for Devin. I'm not saying Devin can't do it, but I think that there's a reason that
it's like him wrestling himself in a mirror almost, like physically.
It's a lever.
Yeah, but Vitali's longer.
That's what I mean. But Vitali's bigger, even. Yeah. But I'm thinking Vitali should be up against whoever, and then they should take maybe Hermes. But we know who's next. Jerry and Levon are pulling.
Well, they're pulling, and Jerry's style and the way Jerry's training. I mean, I've got Levon, of course, but I'm just saying, we could be surprised.
Dude, what if Levon can't pin him? What if though?
Jerry's done some of the most remarkable stuff in ever. Travis was #1 in the world, and Jerry took 2.5 years off arm wrestling, came back for a $20,000 match, and beat Travis after 2.5 years.
I'm pretty certain, though, the standing record, Travis actually has beaten Jerry more times than Jerry's beaten Travis.
I agree, but that match was epic, right? And the fact that Jerry took so much time off, came and beat Gennady.
Jerry doesn't have to be better than Levon every day. He just has to be better than Levon that day.
That's true. Jerry's that type of guy that usually shows up. He rises to the occasion quite often.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So that's fair. That is very fair. He really only loses to the best.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hermes killed him because he knew what to do.
Yeah. Right? And he lost to what's his face, but I mean that was close. Who did he lose to?
No, he didn't. He only lost to one person.
He only lost to Hermes?
Yep.
Oh.
He beat Georgie.
Yeah. And then he beat Kurdetcha.
He beat Kurdetcha. Oh, easy.
That
blew me away. That was what got him the match with Levon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Kurdetcha gave Morozov such a hard fight and he just cleans through him, I know it's different arms, but even still, that's Jerry's better arm, right?
Oh, for sure.
So I mean,
I think Jerry blew him away. It blew him away.
If Jerry wins, though, it's you see a really big resurgence of top North American pullers because Michael Todd's up there again, Jerry's up there.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about this for a second. If Jerry does win, then it's either someone versus Levon for #1 contender, and then Levon goes against Jerry again, or Levon goes against Jerry again. It's not going to be anyone going against Jerry except for Levon again. Levon's going to get a second shot before anyone gets a title shot at Jerry. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Devin will get a shot at Jerry for the #1.
Yeah.
You think before Levon gets a second shot?
Because of the dollar signs. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. He'd be the only guy that could do that. Everyone else, they'll be like, nah, Levon earned his rematch,
Yeah.
But
I think that would cause a lot
I
of
can see
drama
Devin
though.
doing it.
If Devin got a shot, if Jerry won, that would cause a lot of problems.
That would. It would scramble things up because I think Devin has a better chance of pinning Jerry than he does Levon stylistically.
If we had a North American promoter, I could see it happening. But with Engen, I feel like Engen doesn't fly that way. Engen's very much like
Yeah, he'll
by
make
the
it
book.
Levon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. So it'll either be someone facing Levon for contender, and then the title shot, and Levon just basically beats anybody again, and then just goes against Jerry, or he just goes against Jerry because of the fact that he was so dominant for so long.
I
What
would
does he
just
have to
give it right
prove?
back to Levon because Levon doesn't really have to prove anything.
Exactly. That's
Unless
what I mean.
he
He has
gets
nothing
like,
to prove.
unless he gets stomped. Like if it looks like the Krejci match, then it's like okay, but like I doubt that's gonna happen.
So you realize though, Levon only has matches once every 9-10 months.
Yeah, but if Levon's not number one in the world, he doesn't get that say like he does right now.
It'd be change. It would
We'll
change.
hope.
Yeah.
We'll hope. We can hope. Yeah,
You get a lot of leeway when you have that spot, right? But when you lose that and you're not that guy anymore, you don't
Jerry
get
will
to pull
put
as
his
many
foot down.
strings.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because he
Jerry
basically
will
pulls
put it down.
most 2 times a year. The most Levon will pull is 2 times a year.
That's
Well,
what
the
I mean.
thing is
Like,
if Levon doesn't want to take a match that fast, then we're gonna have to move on. Like someone's gonna
They
have to
will.
pull
They
Jerry.
will.
there's plenty of guys that could join that spot totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right though. If Jerry does win, it does kind of throw a wrench into kind of everything.
I think this year coming up is gonna be crazy. I think one of the biggest names to stand out this year coming up is gonna be Reno.
Well, he just won heavyweight champion.
I know. No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, he's starting to be a standalone, like, very quickly.
So he's 115 kg champ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right hand.
Yeah.
Oh no, not 115.
Him and Devin pulled.
Because Devin,
Yeah, it's 115. Yeah, he's heavy.
I thought Devin was. I thought
Yeah, I think
Devin
it's
was that, or did he relinquish it?
I think he relinquished it.
He relinquished it.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Devin's
held
105
each of
right
the
now.
titles. He likes to let people when he leaves. He relinquishes it so that
Yeah, it keeps
doesn't
going.
fuck with the division. Him being in 3 divisions, having to go up and down all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucks him and the divisions up. So it's better if he just.
I
Because
know,
even
but
if
he
Devin
was-
gives the belt up, everybody knows that it's Devin's until
He's-
someone beats him.
Yeah,
Here's the thing: Devin definitely gets a shot at the title on anyone he comes back to that he's had the title on that he didn't lose. Right? He instantly is number 1 contender.
yeah, it's true.
I mean, he's earned it. He was the champ.
Yeah. So technically, if he didn't relinquish it, he would have been a double belt holder, 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
Triple belt holder. Yeah. Well, he's still saying that he basically still claiming that but the reason he didn't physically do it is they didn't fuck with everybody, right?
Yeah.
So I still say
He's a 3-division champ, just not simultaneously, but he could have been a simultaneous 2-division champ.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But just because of how good of a guy he is, he's like, fuck that. I'm gonna, that's my
He's
guess.
a good guy until you're arm wrestling him.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
Did you see him buckle Morozov's wrist though a little bit?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I saw.
I seen him pull him back from a defensive. Yeah.
Hey, let me say one thing. Morozov was freaking holding them down at the pin line and said, go. So Devin went, and then they were getting pissed at Devin, like, oh, elbow foul, you guys gotta stop. It's like,
What?
Morozov
Yeah,
said to
Hagen got a
go,
little
and they
fired
started
up
at the
there.
bottom, bro.
I know.
Let them have a little fun. If they're gonna have a little fun, let them have a little fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought that was funny though, because Morozov went like this and it just went.
Yeah,
then he
it did.
grabbed it
It was
back.
like,
Yeah.
and it's when it went back, his arm didn't go forward. It went and stopped. I saw it. It was cool.
Yeah.
But Devin's
Nice.
left has got to feel healthy right now. Like
He's
he doesn't
training it
feel
now
much-
too.
Yeah.
He's training it now. Yeah. It
Yeah.
looks big. It's bigger than his right. It looks bigger, like visually.
At this weight, it physically might be, honestly.
Yeah.
It's leaner for sure.
Yeah, it just looked. It
Yeah,
looked,
that's
it
probably
looked-
it's probably leaner, so more defined, maybe
more
less physical
vascular.
size, but
bigger
I think his
looking.
pronator's more gifted on his left arm.
Yeah. a lot of people because you get more blood flow.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
get
yeah.
a slightly
It's
more
on your
blood flow
heart.
left side from your heartbeat on that
That's how
side.
my left arm feels lately.
Dude,
Oh,
mine's feeling
good,
good
but it
too, man.
sucks,
Mine's
too.
feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm performing very well with the left. That's what you're seeing right now is me do a little left.
Mine's starting to feel really good, which is weird, but I still feel like it's talking French when I'm pulling, right? Like it's, you know,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's starting to come though, and I'm giving people troubles left now, so in practice. So we'll see. I'm gonna Mayhem. I'll find out in Mayhem how the left is.
which is good.
Yeah. Well, let's see if I get a pin. If I can get a pin on the left. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to Mayhem. I won't be able to pull, so.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to.
Yeah, you go left.
No, I got that match the 7th.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to. I want to be fresh for the match.
Makes sense. Well, see, I was thinking about not going to Mayhem and just training.
What do you
through.
think about?
Oh, well, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. What do you think about Dustin Leach and Paul Andrews, Zach? That's your class.
Yeah.
I mean, I give it to Leach, but
that is my class. I'd love to pull either of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be cool. But
I wonder if Paul
I think what's gonna happen is I think Paul is going to make the mistake of trying to drag back like this, and he's gonna get put to the pad maybe round 1 or 2. He's pretty quick, I think, before he realizes that's not gonna work. Just from based off what I've seen how Paul pulls and how Dustin pulls, I think Paul's super strong and everything. It's just that's almost playing into Dustin's lane a bit.
Yeah.
And
Dustin,
I gotta
one
give
of them
Dustin
guys
the advantage.
Endurance for days, right? So
and he's crashing down, and if Paul tries to come away, you can't come away. You have to meet them and try to come above. So if you can't meet them side and come above, you're not beating them.
Yeah.
Right? So if he's trying to come away and drag him with him, I think Dustin's just going to either chase him and end up flopping or just come around. But I think Paul could win it if he's strategic enough.
Yeah.
Because Paul's super strong. I've never pulled Dustin, but I've pulled Paul, and Paul's super strong.
Right. You are right. Your analogy is really good though, because it is true. I mean, he's gonna want to have to punch and meet him right in the center.
He's gonna have to.
Fire. That's what I do. That's what I do against pressers, and it works. But you also have to commit to it too, right?
But I think Dustin's longer than Paul, so it's tough for Paul to do that.
I feel like Paul's going to be very comfortable in that because that's kind of his move, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I think his move is just kind of what's hindering the match more than anything, is because his ability is there. He's been doing it for so long. He's very, very good. Yeah. Better than me. You know what I mean?
I think Dustin's a heavy favorite, but I think that if Paul really gets a good hit in there, like if he can time his hit perfect and Dustin can't get set in where he is, then Paul could get a few. But
yeah,
Dustin's just Dustin, right? I know Paul's been training really hard, but I mean, I wish them both the best, but I think Dustin's my favorite on paper.
Yeah.
Agree.
I don't think it'll be a clean sweep though.
But Zach, I saw when they posted that you're ranked 7th on the list. You should call out somebody and get up there a little bit.
Ranked 7th? I'm ranked 4th. What? I'm ranked 4th, not 7th.
Oh, I must have been looking at the wrong one, but I thought it said you were 7th.
No, it's at 4th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've called a few people out, but it hasn't worked out with the scheduling of people and everything going on.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Once I'm back to tip-top shape, I'll be looking. I'll be head hunting.
Yeah, man. Well, none of them were quite as beastly as Garrett, I don't think. Maybe Dustin, but Garrett his hook was good.
Yeah, it was. He was able to negate a lot of what I was trying to do, so I was forced to do some goofy looking stuff.
Yeah, but you did good, man. And you know what? You learned a lot. If that match happens again in the year, and he's ranked 15th in North America too. Garrett,
yeah, he got 2nd at Nationals US this year. So
yeah. So I mean, he did pretty good. So yeah,
I tried, but going back, I think rewatching it, I should have. I felt like I could have put a little more into the press if I 100% fully committed, but it was losing the how nasty I was losing my wrist that was kind of making me hesitant to fully commit to the inside move.
Yeah.
So then I tried to fully commit to the outside move, but if I could go back, maybe I would just fully commit to the inside move and just lose that way. Yeah. I don't think I would have won, but
yeah, but I know what you mean. It felt close.
I could have made it look a little better if I kept going inside, but I wanted to try to do something. You know, that's why I tried going outside, just to try to crack his wrist back.
No. Well, if Dustin says no to the match, I told Dion and that to ask Pavlo to pull me. So,
Durbin
no, no. From Edmonton.
How could you fucking
O's-
imagine though?
Big
Osta
Pablo.
Chuck. Big
Yeah.
Pablo,
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying I can win that match, but I think my style beats him.
I think
That's
you
fair.
could win that match.
I think I
Styles
can.
are
Who
a
did he
big
pull
thing.
last?
He pulled provincials last. Yeah.
Who did he pull before that in the match?
Jaden, just Jaden.
Jaden, like
Yeah, and Jaden
2
almost
years
beat
ago.
him.
That was
A year and a
left-handed
half
though.
ago?
That was left-handed, yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Oh, okay. Different story then.
But at the
Yeah,
same time, I think I got something good for him. So, and he's fourth right now in the supers. So I would
Really? He's
yeah,
fourth?
That's why I chose him. Yeah,
Because he went to provincials, though.
that's right.
The rankings are so bugged, man.
But I could have picked Mark. I could have said ask Mark to pick the match. He's
Yeah,
fifth.
Mark Pickering. Yeah, well, that'd be Mark in a super match, and he's ranked way higher than Dad, so that doesn't make any sense right off the bat.
Well, no, it don't make sense. That's what I'm saying. Because they went provincials, the rankings got all messed up, man. Like we're actually going to come out with through the fingers rankings here in the next month, guys. So
Yeah.
Yep.
stay tuned. yeah.
Because every provincials, they should just reset rankings if that's the case, instead of like having rankings and then just completely messing them up because people aren't there.
Yeah,
And
that's what happens.
You can't do rankings based off of strictly paper.
No.
Like
agree.
you
I
have
agree.
to have a bit of thought in there too. It's like, okay, yes, this guy did beat this guy 100%, but would he beat this guy still? Probably not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, and if you think he deserves at least a shot at it, you make the match. You don't just give him the rank.
Well,
Exactly.
Make it make sense. Like
I was thinking,
like anything else. You have to. I don't know. It's like anything else.
I was thinking we're going to set the rankings, like our own rankings, because we talked about it.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is we'll do polls all month long. So that way we're getting an input too, because we might miss a match or a match might happen or a tournament and we didn't get the result. You know what I mean? And we'll do polls and it will be like the community will tell us who is, you know what I mean, ranked. I mean, help us with that decision, right?
And are we in the through the fingers rankings? Will there be 2 of them brainstorming on camera here?
Yeah,
the tournament rankings, more like
that's what I was
who's the
thinking,
tournament
yeah.
best, and then who's the super match type of guy.
That's what I was
There's
thinking.
a big difference between sometimes there's a difference. The number one guy to tournament
There's a huge difference. Yeah.
might be the best tournament puller, but might not be the best super match puller, right?
I
Maybe
agree.
he's really good at just one and done. Good flash
Yeah.
people with one little move, and that's good. Maybe the super match people start catching him after 1 or 2, right? But if you just got to grip up with him once, he's really good at just doing the one and done, you know?
Yep.
That guy might be number 1 in the tournament. But then the guy who can catch and bring him back every time, maybe that's a super
It's like
match guy.
Josh Bellin in a tournament. I think he beats Rick all day.
Yeah. See, there you go, right? So,
Well, I mean,
would
the first two rounds of both their matches,
Yeah,
bang.
exactly.
so
Right.
if we were to make a tournament versus super match rankings, I would probably put Josh above Rick because of that
He
fact.
would be in a
Because
tournament.
Josh's
Yeah.
strength is more tournament pulling, right? He's more good at doing a one and done.
I think if we like when we get this sorted out, I think people after time will trust this ranking system more than the current.
It'll be what's more realistic. Like we'll take
will
input
be.
from people as well too. If someone's like, well, I mean, this matters more than this. Well, then we'll factor that in to matter more, right?
Yeah, and people got to know too. We're not like making this to like be like, oh, screw the Alberta rankings.
Oh,
Like
no,
they
no,
can
no,
have
we're
their
making-
rankings.
Yeah.
But we just think we want to do more of like a power ranking system. Like when you look at the NFL or like anybody who plays fantasy football or anything like that knows there's a set ranking and there's like a power ranking. And I think when you do a proper power ranking perspective, you can have a better gauge. Because example right now, like you have teams in the NFL that are 6-2, but they have 3 guys injured and who are their main players, and they're probably not where their ranking has them. But if you look on the power ranking, you can see where they are for this week.
Their potential is more clear on the power ranking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So even if it was like a number, so Dustin Leach would be like a 96, you know what I mean? And then Paul would be like a 92. There's like just throwing random shit out here, but that type of thing. So at least you get a gauge, you know?
Yeah.
I'd be a 99, of course. I mean, maybe an 89. I'd be okay with that. But no, I can see that though.
I think
That
it's,
helps too, because
I
that
think
helps people if they're looking for like matchmakers, like promoters, looking at the power rankings
That's
would
what
help
I'm
a lot for looking up super matches. Like we just want some fun matches. Who would be good matches? Oh, these guys power rank very similar. They should be a good match. You know, it should help, right? It's just another statistic to help.
No,
You
I
add them
agree.
all together, you
That's,
get a really comprehensive view of all the athletes and what their capabilities are.
yeah,
Right?
because if you look at the rankings
what we
right
need.
now, let's say you're a promoter and you don't know the pullers in Alberta, and you look at the rankings, are you going to make good matches?
It's hit
There's
or
a
miss.
chance
It's
you
hit or
make
miss.
horrible matches.
It's
Yeah,
hit or miss, right? It's
yeah.
straight up. There's like, look at me in the left-hand rankings. I should be way higher than I am. But
Yeah.
you put me, you know what I mean? But there might be guys up by me that are also supposed to be higher. So it's hard to say, you know.
Well, here's the thing too, and I'm gonna pick on Mark a little bit just because I know that he's our club guy and he's fine with it. But like, what is he ranked in the supers?
5.
Fifth.
Okay, so imagine you look at the Ontario rankings and you're like, okay, I want to make a fun Ontario versus Alberta card.
Yeah.
Let's put our number 5 pullers up against each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
because we
so
say, yeah, Alberta's super strong, you know, our guys are real super strong. So yeah, I can see, yeah.
Yeah.
So the power ranking would help.
right.
Mark's power ranking wouldn't be as high as his statistical rank.
Listen, and this is not beating up Mark. Mark's gotten better.
Mark's new. The only reason this is a thing is because of how new he is. He's only been pulling for like a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not saying this to point at Mark, but we're saying this to show the flaw in the system, and Mark is just a good example of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mark can 100% get to that position, earning it
Eventually.
very quick. Yeah, totally. Yeah. He's good. He's so new that it's just.
We still don't have the tendons yet. That's all.
Yeah. But he's strong though. Like, no doubt he's up there. It's just.
Yeah.
But it's just he was in the right time and place. He pulled
right place, right time. Exactly.
Caught someone tired, beat him, and then because of the way the ranking's set up, all of a sudden now you know what I mean. But it's just it's interesting.
It is interesting. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Anyone and anyone can send in to be on it too. Like you don't have to be from Alberta necessarily, you know.
Yeah.
Well, BC, Saskatchewan, you know, Manitoba.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool, and I think promoters will be able to trust it if they're trying to make super matches. It'd be something, you know? Yeah. It's like a list for promoters to say.
Well, exactly. It's just more anecdotal evidence of each puller's capabilities, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just going to help.
I think though, instead, we'll talk about all this, but I think instead of a super match in a tournament double ranking, we should do an Alberta and not overall, but like outside of Alberta included double ranking. I think that'd be better. Just because it's nice to know where our Alberta
we'll do the prairies. We'll do the prairie provinces.
Yeah,
I guess BC too.
Montana should be included though, because even with the Montana guys, I think we could. In BC though, BC and Montana added in can be.
Well, here's the thing. I think it'd be important to have places where we have a lot of people polling consistently. And right now, Montana, we pull there a lot. So it'd be nice to have a ranking with them. Saskatchewan, you get invited out there, you go to tournaments, you can pull lots. BC, same thing, right? So if you have the people who you see consistently on the list, then it gives people an idea, a quick view of like, okay.
We'll call it the West Canadian ranking system or something.
Yeah.
Western North American rankings or something.
Western, West, we could. I mean, we could do a Western, do a West North American, Then
and it's our rankings too. We don't even have to have a name or explanation for it. We just go through the fingers, right? So
through the fingers, power list or something. Like you can call it the fuck you want, right? Make it up.
Yep, exactly. You know,
that way it's not because like you guys said, we're just trying to do this more so that matchmakers can have a better idea, and so that fans can have a better idea what they're. You know, if someone's like, "Oh, who's this guy?" Give him something to look up. Be like, okay, well, I know where he should be relative. Right?
I know Brian and I get this lots, but it's like, oh, hey, someone messages you and they're like, hey, how do you think this guy would do against this guy? Or like, how good is this guy? Yeah. It's like, well, you should technically be able to look at the rankings and get an idea, but you can't.
You can't.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
You can't right now. No, you can't.
Because you're right, you should, but because
the supers are really messed up. The supers are the worst. Like if you look at the super rankings, it's a mess.
They're all pretty bad.
It's really bad though. It's really, 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 really bad. The supers.
Generally, like the top guys usually are right. It's usually right with the top guys because how the heck are you supposed to get number 2 if you're not earning it, right?
No,
but true. I mean, when you get that 5 and down, or even right around there, 4, 5, and down, it can get a little fuzzy.
I wonder
Well,
if, oh, sorry.
and the worst part is once one person gets into a rank, it shouldn't be. It screws everything. Because, like, for example, again, we'll talk about Mark at 5th, but now someone who is not a 5th ranked puller either could pull and squeak out a win against Mark, and then
Yeah,
they take
now
Mark's
it's
rank,
right
and
fucked.
Mark
And then a
drops
bunch of
down,
guys jump
and
on
then
him.
bang, 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 and then it takes like 15 tournaments of everyone being there to fix it.
Well, it's like this. I'm just gonna call it out here because I have it in my hand. You got to listen to this because it's so messed up. So we got. Okay, 1 second. I got it coming here. Okay, first place, Josh Bellin. Second place, Len Houghton. Third, Sean Crowther. I don't like it. Doesn't sound that bad. It sounds like it's going to go good, right?
But for the first few guys, kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. But then you go Pavlo fourth, which he's not fourth. Like I don't think Pavlo.
No, I think Caleb would beat him
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right off the bat. So
Well, yes, and then Mark Pickering fifth. You got Dylan Houghton sixth. Jay Smith is seventh. They got Caleb eighth, below Jay Smith, which we already.
they have to change
Caleb
that.
just beat Jay.
Yeah, like
I
badly.
guess just beat Jay like a couple months
Yeah.
ago. They should have that changed.
Yeah, you got Josh DeVoe ninth. Here's one that's whacked. You got Darren Matthews 10th. Like that he's in the top 4, like somewhere in there, right? Then you got Dalton, who I haven't seen pull in. I think he pulled one tournament in Lethbridge in 2 years. Then
Dalton
you got
Houghton?
yeah.
He
Dalton.
moved.
Yeah, I know he doesn't even live in here, no, but he's still on the rankings. He's 12, he's 11th, and then I'm 12th. And then you got Christian Dell, but Chris hasn't pulled in like a year and a half in competition.
I haven't even seen him in a practice.
Your match.
Yeah. And then your dad is 14th. Then you got Byron 15th, and then it's Jaden, and then Sheldon. I mean, it kind of starts making sense, but all I'm saying
There's
is
gaps
what's
where
whack.
it doesn't.
But here's a
crazy.
good example of that. Like I could think of like 4 or 5 people, and my dad's right here. I'll vouch for me. That could be my dad on that list. But if my dad calls out Mark, which he has, and beats, so dad should technically be 5th on the list.
Well, exactly. And
and
every time I've pulled Mark in competition, it's been less than a half a second to the pad. So,
Sorry, Mark. We love you, buddy.
Oh, I'm not bashing him, but I mean, whenever I get Mark, I just look at it as an easy win because he's not experienced yet.
But yeah, like I said, he's only doing it for about a year, so it's like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying. So, you know what? We can do no wrong. Honestly, we can do no wrong. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think what we should do, the three of us, we'll write down our top 15 for each weight class, and then we'll just hand them all in, and then we'll talk it out between the three of us.
We'll debate it.
Well, we'll just all make a list.
You know what? We could even do that live one night.
Yeah,
that would be fun to do that live.
Yeah. Start the ranking system on a pod. That'd be amazing.
What we could do is we could screen share what you have, Brian, and we could all send you our list, and you could write them down beforehand, and then just screen share that page, and then we'll just have that screen share, and we'll debate on behind the scenes.
We'll let the chat get involved too. Yeah.
We'll have an official one as we go, because that's the thing too. Like we sometimes forget this guy beat this guy, and then if someone in the chat says that, or if someone in the chat brings up a really valid point, we're not going to be like, "Oh no," we'll be like, "Okay, that makes sense."
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. We'll call it like PTF rankings night, and we'll just know that we're going to be going all the rankings. So we'll make the list.
Why don't we do this? So we got 3 weeks. The three of us have 3 weeks to make our lists for every weight class, though. Okay. And we got 3 weeks to do it. And then we'll advertise the pod like a few days before, so everybody knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like first week of December or something.
Yep.
Are we just doing top 10 for now?
We could. Make it simpler, but 15 tops. Yeah.
15 is fine. I mean, let's find more people.
Yeah. And we have an idea because we do have a top 20 list, right?
Yeah.
Just rearrange them the way we see it.
And there's some names that aren't even on the list.
Exactly. And if they're not on the list, we'll make sure that
like Austin. Austin's not on the list.
He's not on the list?
Not on the list.
Well, he should be. He's pulled. Yeah, but we'll
Yeah,
get him on the yeah. No, he'd fall on the list for sure. Yeah, I know, and you're right. You're right, and I don't think Corey Booker guy's on the list too. And
he should be though.
He's a killer. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a sleeper.
He only pulls masters though. He doesn't usually pull the pro. So.
Well, we'll make a masters over 200 and under 200 as well.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I agree.
We'll talk about it in the
I don't like the way the masters rankings are at all. They're stupid because they went off provincials and it was like, you know, that was my worst event I've ever done in my life. So I was reffing all day that day.
By 14.
I don't even count that. Yeah.
No, it has. Yeah,
because there's guys above me on masters that I know I crush them. But yeah, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun to do. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty humble about where I think I am. I think I'm somewhere closing in. I think I'm close to where I think I'm close to where I am rank wise. I think I'm up one or two. Like if you were to really crunch it and do all super matches for the top 20, I think I might fall in 9th or 10th. So
yeah, fair enough, man.
Yeah. So supers, we got killer supers, man.
No, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to go to like a provincial level event and compete. We'll see where provincials ends up this year. But
well, I know where it is.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I got to buy already. I applied for a buy.
You did get a buy already? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for nationals.
Yeah, me too. It's in Regina.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the thing too. Like provincials should be a crazy event this year because nationals is so close. But you know,
it's true. But let's see how many people apply for buys.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna believe me.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I'm not getting into it, but yeah. Yeah.
But no, I'm like, I hope to be next few years. I'd love to get I'd
like to get a
provincial medal for sure.
I'd like to get it. I would.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the masters class, I just got to be going as strong, like the strongest I've been, and be 100% that day. And I think I can pull off at least a third place at nationals.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just do. I just feel like I'll break my fucking arm if I have to. You know. Yeah. Because I didn't want to go until I was ready. Right. So now I skipped, didn't even try, really didn't care. This year is like it's all about nationals this year. Yeah. For me, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm 24 now. So I'd love to by the year I'm 26, like nationals that time, I'd love to be podiuming or better.
Yeah. Well, just the progression, right? Like if you look at your progression, I think that's a good, reasonable goal for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking okay, Zach. Looking beefy. I'm gonna start losing weight so I get more cut because I got 19.5-inch fucking biceps, but I don't know. I just started working out on them though a few months ago, so never did in my life.
Did you guys see? You guys see Devin's measurement at East versus West for his forearm?
No, was it 18.5?
No, my forearm at the event we just had was the same as Devin's forearm. Apparently, they messed up Devin's. They must have he must have been like this, and they must have done like here on him because. When I did it like this, I did it here. Mine was the same as his, which makes no sense.
Mine's
I've seen the man in person. His is way bigger.
I measured mine Sunday after our workout, and I didn't work forearms, but I was 17 inches.
It said his was 14.5. But
no way.
That's what I mean. No way.
No way.
Literally no way.
It's bigger than mine, and then mine's 17.
That's what I mean. Like I was.
I think Matt.
Like, how do I have the same size forearm as Devin when my arm is literally half the size? Like, what the
Matt's forearms are bigger than his biceps.
Yeah, mine too, apparently.
Yeah,
you know that?
That's funny, hey?
Apparently mine are too.
Go right here.
Yeah, you might be right.
Apparently right here is bigger than here. It is. I can feel it.
It is. It looks bigger. Yeah.
Probably because I haven't been working out my upper arm too much.
Oh, maybe. You seem strong on upper arms.
I don't know.
I don't think size always matters either.
No, of course not.
No. Yeah, we were doing
yeah, me neither.
we were doing table curls at Dale's. So we do table curls now, and what we do is we bring it down and then we hold it for 5 seconds, and then we do the rep. And we're doing it with 115s on Sunday, doing sets of 10 table curls, but we want to get to like 150-pound dumbbell.
You know who does table curls at 125?
Who?
Like those right there?
Yeah. Those. Yeah.
Hunter.
Oh yeah, does he?
Does that
Yeah, but
125.
the way I'm doing it, I'm not doing it like I'm actually doing it like this, right?
No, he's
He does
locking.
it probably his whole body lock and then come up. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm actually letting the bicep go. I'm letting the bicep go and then bringing it up. Yeah.
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 Still though,
Because-
125 like it's still impressive though. I mean,
Oh,
just
I'm
that
not-
That helps for your defensive hook.
yeah. Which
For
his
stopping.
defensive hook's really good. Obviously,
I'm trying to work stopping power. Like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
gotta go against guys like Dustin. Like, because now I'm gonna start competing more heavily. I'm gonna have Len, Dustin. I'm gonna have big hitters, man. So I gotta work that stopping power, right? And I'm doing another one. The one Hutchings posted last week. I did it. It blew my arms up so bad. You take you take a plate that you can lift, but I take a 45-pound plate. I put a strap on the bottom, a strap on the top, and then you lift it into your rise position to 90, and then it stops dead because you're standing on the other strap, and then you just hold it. And I hold it for 20 seconds, and then I go this arm and I do it with this arm for 20 seconds, and then I go back to this arm and I do it for 20, and I keep going back and forth with each arm until I can't do it for 20 seconds anymore. Yeah. And that's crazy. That's like your pronated stopping power, like this. Yeah, it really works that. And then the dumbbell, it works for more of a supinated or a grab stop, right? So I'm training both of them right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So next match, you know which match I liked? Was that what was it? That J Stad, or you know the little guys? What was that guy's name? Can't think of his name right now.
Azan.
Yeah, that's it. Azon and that other guy, Daniel
Ustinov.
Yeah. That was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. It turned into a burner. It
It
turned into a burner.
Yeah, and it went the other way in the end, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't even think that one guy had anything for Danelle.
At first, no, but then
he had lots for him. Yeah,
he just kept bailing and then just ripping in.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was. Oh, I think I got a micro tear on my left, right here. It's like a Bernie Throbby.
Right here.
Yeah, but
Could be an overworked tendon or overworked ligament too.
Yeah,
overwork them. Sometimes they get twitchy and.
Well, that routine at Dale's, man, is nuts. Like, my biceps have actually been changing.
Well,
like, they're changing now because of that shit.
Right.
Yeah, I would
Dale's
say,
hard work's been paying off though, man.
Yeah, and I'm doing that work with him. Like, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
I don't see how, you know what I mean. I know I'm gonna get deadly. Not deadly Dale, but I'll get deadly. Yeah. I wanted to get him a match.
You're as deadly as him right here at the lake.
Did Sean show you that?
You're as deadly as him. Yeah.
I'm deadly. Yeah. Well, his deadliness brings out my deadliness. You know what I'm saying? So we're both deadly.
You're so deadly, man.
Yeah.
I see you being deadly. It makes me feel deadly.
Yeah. That's a funny video. It was only really funny because it made me think of Dale. So yeah. It was a good one. Yeah, I want to get him a match, but they don't have nothing for him, and they want him to pull Niles. Did you see how serious Niles got after his loss? The guy's put on
man. Niles
muscle,
grew a beard and turned
you
into
see him chiseled. He's chiseled
man.
now. Yeah, he's going nuts, man. Yeah. I know.
Seems like he needed that loss.
Yeah, I think that loss just like I've never seen something fire up somebody so much in my life. Yeah, yeah, and that rematch is gonna happen too. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
But Dale's not taking the foot off the gas either. So,
yeah,
it'll be interesting. It's just is Niles going to be able to cut the gap and go that much further than Dale? I don't know. Right?
It wasn't that far of a gap, really.
No. I agree with you. I agree. Well, Niles was never on the A side except for the
No,
first.
I agree, but the strength,
But
like
it
they
was
were
close.
holding each other
Yeah.
center.
Oh, I know it was close.
Yeah.
I know it was close. The thing is when anybody's gonna gas, because if you go into Dale's lane, you don't even know how hard it is to pin him in his lane. Like when I go in with Dale, like I always just take, well, I don't even want to say the true blueprint, but anyway, I don't go inside, right? So like, because I do, and I get him to about here, and it feels like I'm gonna break my arm trying. I have to, how hard I have to go through, and I've only went through that lock once on Dale when he pissed me off once, because I told him to go light on me, and he started going boom. Oh, Daddy likes it. Daddy likes it. And he kept smacking my. You were there, Zach. It was in my basement.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember? And I got pissed. Yeah, and he hit me again, and I just said "fuck you," and I just went right through his fucking. I didn't care. I took him from the pin pad all the way up angrily, and then just fucking ripped through him and fucking pinned him. But I was mad, right? Because my arm was sore, and I told him to go light. Yeah. Yeah.
He's so funny. I love his like little like trailer park videos he posts where he's
Oh, I
lifting
know, they're
in the
awesome.
dungeon. Brad and him are just grunting in the background.
Yeah.
Dude, the ones with Brad and him are freaking funny.
They
Yeah.
should post those on TikTok. They'd get famous doing that, man.
Well, I said I'd be a media guy if you wanted. So
He's so funny. He wouldn't even realize how much he'd blow up. He'd be like, "Today we're lifting with Deadly."
yeah,
then he
exactly. He would too. I know. He's like the bull pull, and he goes so serious too when he's doing it, eh?
I could see him putting some like hot sauce in his eye or something and then lifting.
Yeah. You got friggin' Brad right there.
The best was after he beat Niles, and I went up to like hug him and say good job, and he didn't even say anything about the match. He just said, "Good thing I don't live here. I'd be an alcoholic."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, Dale, good job."
Yeah. Oh, he wanted to be really bad, man. That's all he cared about.
Dude, you can get a Coors Banquet for $4.95 or $4.50 for $4.50.
Dude, cheap. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll see. There's a bar at this place we're gonna do the qualifier. So
Nice.
yep, they got everything, and then they can do buffet too for everybody. So I was thinking, well, we're gonna talk, but I was thinking maybe just do like an entry fee and a buffet, all part of one, so you get fed while you're there, and you get to pull in your class.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because yeah, they said they can incorporate it, so we just incorporate it into the ticket price. And
Okay.
bam. Well, it'd be good for everybody. Then everybody's got a good meal. You're well fed, right? And then you pull, right?
Totally, I see it.
And I don't see a lot of multiple class pulling because it's a qualifier, right? Like,
Yeah, well, you might have to talk to Dion about that, but I think if it's a qualifier, you should have to pick your class, and because like at the end of the day, like if you're gonna go at Armsaggeddon, you're gonna be at your certain weight class that you're at.
I think you're right. I think it should be a question on that waiver entry form. If you plan on qualifying and going to Montana, you can only enter the class you want to qualify in only.
Well, and
But
pick a weight.
if you're just going for an event, and you know what I mean, then pull all you want. Right?
Pick a weight that you can make.
Yeah,
because like don't be able to cut to 190 for that one, and then when Dion calls you if you qualify and he needs you, you're like, okay, well I can only pull 200s now or 220. It's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's why I did 220 for Armsaggeddon. Like that's a little heavy for me, but like I know they can call me on a dime and I can make that weight pretty easily. So
totally.
Yeah.
And the big thing is right now they still need more people for the rankings. Like the 165 has no one.
Yeah.
There's a few that don't have anyone, right?
Well, I even think the qualifier can help with that because you can take qualifiers. You can take the Montana qualifier, the Alberta one, and then he can make a bigger ranking system from the pool that he gets from the qualifiers.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and the other thing too is he should make sure that whatever qualifiers he has have the weight classes the same as what you have at your super match events. Because when you look at East versus West, one qualifier is 200 pounds and then one qualifier is 190 pounds. And then it's like, okay, well, what are we doing here? Because everyone knows what the East versus West weights are. So why don't you just set them for that?
Well, see, and I didn't understand that because James Reed gave me the weight classes that I had to use for our qualifier. So I just used the weight classes he told me to use. And then somebody in the States used a totally different fucking weight class. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, it just fucks everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we really showed up at that qualifier. So wait till next year. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna go and we're gonna take all the firsts.
Yeah, I wonder where it's gonna be next year. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping. You know what? I'm hoping to get one here one day in Canada. Be the first.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Like a real East versus West, even if it's like a new Challenger series or something, because we know the other one.
I'm sure we could because they had that thing going in Florida, and then I just saw that there's one out east now. I'm sure you could get a Canadian East versus West Challenger series.
I think so. Yep.
I think Angus pretty game.
We might be able to look at that in a year.
Because that'd be nice too, because then we could get a lot of our guys who that's all Florida did. Like, and I'm not saying the Florida guys weren't good or anything, but they got a bunch of guys who were really, really high level in Florida who people don't know. And because they managed to secure the Challenger Series, they're now known because they beat good names.
Yep. No, you're right.
Like Matt King, I didn't know who he was or anything, and then he beat Vios and Tulos, and I was like, okay, well, this guy's the real deal.
I actually knew he was good though. I seen his hand. I seen him. He really
I didn't know anything about him, and that's the fun thing about the Challenger Series was it's a good way to meet new people and learn who's good. And like I would have put money on Vios winning just because I didn't know Matt, and I've seen a bunch of videos on Vios, right? So
yeah, Matt his hand is unbelievable, and
he's crazy.
I see because I watched a lot of those even the small events in the States. Like I watched anything that pops up on my algorithm. So I ended up I have seen him a few times, and I was like, I don't know. I think his hand's going to be too much for that guy, right? He's a hook killer, and Bios likes to just crash inside, right?
Yeah, but like Sean, Caleb, Victor, Ali, you know, you could give Ali, you could do Ali and Artem again at a Challenger Series, and that's a really fun match. That's good for both of them.
Sean wants Carl Stanley again.
Yeah,
he thought he fought the lane. Yeah.
What weight
another
is
one?
Knox?
What?
So what weight is Hunter Knox?
Hunter Knox?
Yeah.
He's
he canceled that last match.
Yeah, I think he's 165 though.
Okay, yeah.
He's good, man.
He's really good.
Yeah, but we could find someone for him type of thing.
Well, John Tarian and him were supposed to pull. I wish that would have happened because I would have liked to have seen what happened there because they need to have better. Pardon?
Clifton's pulling Darian.
I know. Yeah, now.
I saw that. They're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I guess.
And then Leaf or Left got fucking Jordan Sill.
Really?
Yeah, Leif. I always call him.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Leif. But anyway, he got because he was asked to pull me New Year's Eve, and he's like, "Well, I got a match with Jordan Sill, Brian. I would love to pull you, but." He's like, I'm like, that's a big one, man. I said, I don't blame you.
I feel like him and Jordan
I offered to help him and show him some of my my hand because he needs that. It's all about the hand. Jordan's hand is everything. And like, you can't just rely on just arm because Jordan's hand is so fucking good. And I think his was it Leaf?
Leif.
Leif.
I don't think it's spelled that way, but I just think about it like Laif. Leif.
Leif. Okay. Yeah.
Like, that's how it's pronounced. I know it's spelled differently.
He's got a strong hand, but it's not the same. Like Jordan Sill's hands is going to be big and demanding. So Leif just has to just make sure he gets his hand and wrist as good as he can get for that match.
Yeah.
Because I actually think because Jordan's actually fallen off, right? He's not the same puller he was 3-4 years ago. At least he hasn't been from what I've seen lately. So I think Leif actually has a chance against him, but he has to just put everything into it. And he can't just do his little trainings. He has to train hard for it.
Yeah. Well, guys, we just got here. We're at the Edmonton Club. We're going to go in and chat with Kathy for a bit and get warming up. So it was a good pod. We'll have to get that stuff figured out. Armsaggeddon, ranking system coming, bunch of that fun stuff. So anyways, enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, man. Have fun pulling.
Sounds good. Bye.
Yeah. Well, I still feel like we have a couple matches. We're supposed to talk about the results. I think we should talk about a few more here.
Yeah.
Michael Monster Todd.
Monster Michael Todd.
What do you think?
I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
I like Michael Todd.
Oh, he's growing on me again. I actually thought he was a whiner for a long time and stopped liking him. But you can see the hard work and dedication he's putting in it.
Guys, the guy has like his mindset
Mhm.
is very strong.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's been a lot of times I thought he's arrogant,
Uh,
self-centered, and kind
there's
of a
been times where I'm like,
crybaby.
what is this guy doing? But I mean, there's probably been times people said the same to me. So I mean,
No, I know. And that's just it. Plus, you don't see him day to day. I just get to see him online, right? And social media, and, you know, but you can tell how hard he works. I mean, man, like I've been nothing but, like just, how much I hate Jablonski's style and the way that Michael Todd held him on his pronator, his whole body, everything. Like I was amazed. Actually, I was so amazed by that, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I put Michael Monster Todd at a very high level right now. So
yeah,
just strength wise, like even strength wise. And then you put the technical side in on top of it. Yeah, it's I knew he was gonna beat Gennady. I mean, I knew it.
I had a good feeling he was gonna.
I really did because Gennady hasn't had a match since his injury, and I don't care who you are, it's gonna be playing on you just a bit. This is your first match since you disconnected your fucking bicep tendon. Like Michael Todd, he did it right. He started with Lars, I think it was Lars, then Frank Lamparelli, and then Gennady, right?
And then Jablonski,
Oh yeah, and then Jablonski, then Gennady, yeah.
he was warmed up.
Yeah, so like, and Gennady, took that for his first match.
Yeah.
Now I tell you, Gennady gets a couple matches under his belt and they do it like a trilogy. I don't know, right?
But I don't know, it's hard to say. If it's 1-1, they got to run it back.
Ali says he doesn't want Artem, he wants somebody good. Nice.
No, I agree. Ali is someone like, Craig. Trying to think. Yeah, give him freaking what's his face there? 186 champ of North America, freaking
186.
what's his name? 186?
Right now, that weight class would be Justin Bishop, wouldn't it? Or is that 176?
That's 176. He's bigger than Justin Bishop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bishop's number one in his weight.
Okay, he's smaller than Paul Lynn, but bigger than Justin Bishop. I'm trying to think of who the.
You talking about Andrei Sarkovich?
No, not Sharkovich. This guy's like number one in North America.
I had to think of his
On
name.
the East versus West rankings, at least, I guess.
Oh,
Who the
okay.
heck is he?
Competed there, Adam?
No, he's competed a bunch. It's not Adam. Like he's a guy who's been playing for a long time. I'm pretty sure he was in WL. Man, I can't
really.
I can't think. I can't
Craig
think.
Toulier?
Craig Toulier. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Craig Toulier, yeah.
He's 186, right? Or is he 198?
I think he's 198.
198, okay. Because Paul Lynn's like 220, so.
Yeah. Craig Toulier is like a smaller version.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, so Craig Toulier maybe for Ali.
Mm-hmm.
You want someone good, why not give him the best? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's even Ali's basically Ali's weight. I mean, a little lighter.
Toulier.
Ali pulls 188.
Yeah.
Ali just looks like he's like 215 because he's so jacked.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked. Ali's looking big these days. I told him he's looking a little too big.
Maybe he is over 200.
Probably over 200 right now.
Probably is, yeah. But he pulls at 198, so.
Yeah. Talbot's a lot. I don't think Talbot. I don't actually know, not Talbot.
Toulier though would be
Toulier would be good. Talbot, I honestly like Ali's amazing. Like Ali's amazing, but Talbot, I don't know. No, too much hand.
Yeah, Toulier, I think he'd have a better shot because he could turn Toulier over as Toulier tries to just jam sideways.
I don't think Talbot's better, Ali. No, I don't. Yeah, Toulier.
I think Toulier is stronger than Talbot, but I think Talbot is way more technical.
Talbot's hand is like crazy.
Very technical. Yeah, his hand, and I think Ali would have a better chance of taking Craig's hand.
Yeah, like and Ali.
Although Craig's hand's also massive. Both of these.
But
guys
Ali
like,
cups. But Ali cups and destroys your pronator.
That's true, and that's what if he can turn. That's what I mean.
That's what he does. I have a hard time with Ali because his cup is so strong. He breaks my pronation with his cup every
Dude,
time.
that's what I with Garrett, man.
Yeah,
His cup was just
his cup
unbelievably
is
strong.
stupid. Yeah, that's just it. And a good cup will beat a pronator. You
It beat
like
everything.
beat the shit out. Yeah, it'll beat the shit out of
Once
everything.
you get fully cupped, you can then from there do anything you want, like
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. Like
Well, and if you cup the right way, you disable all the pronation. So now it's just like it's game over, really. Like,
either one though, Talbot or freaking Toulier, that'd be cool for Ali.
yeah, I think there's lanes. I mean, I wouldn't say that Ali wouldn't have a chance against Talbot. I just think
Just
stylistically,
imagine he won though. Just imagine either of those scenarios.
it'd be
he wins.
huge.
It'd be huge. It'd be fucking huge.
But Talbot, I mean, he's like number 3 overall in North America on the left.
Talbot did really good. Yeah, I meant to say when I was saying he was like number 1. I meant to say in the States because that's where Toulier is number 1 in the States at whatever weight he's at, right?
Yeah.
Whenever the last East versus West that Toulier pulled in, they said he's number 1 in the United States. So I'm going off what they said.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I don't know what ranking East versus West is going off of, but they said he was number 1. So he's good. Greg Toulier is really good.
Oh, he's good. The only one that I've seen dismember him is the Master.
The Master.
Remember that match? Yeah,
Chevsky.
he did. Because it was, and I'm gonna learn to pull that way. That's gonna be my style one day. One day, yeah, one day it's gonna be it.
Hey man, everyone adapts over time.
I've been playing with it. I've been playing with it on the table a lot.
I told you you'll be real strong in like an open move.
Yeah,
it's very strong. You're more built for an open move than anything else.
I am. I am. Yeah.
Just physically, the way your anatomy works and the way that you're so. Yeah. I don't want to say too much, but the way you pull really favors that, right?
It does. It does.
It really especially just favors it.
Yeah, and the more I can crispen it and make it better and better and better.
That's the thing. It just takes time. Like I said, table time, man.
Yeah. I'm not confident enough. I'm not confident enough against the heavy hitters that way because I think I'm going to get hurt.
Hey.
But it will build. And as the confidence builds, and you know what I mean, it's gonna get where it's gonna be really hard to take my hand. Yeah. I mean, my hand's hard to take anyway. Tell you the truth, I don't.
Well, it is very hard to take. You look at Uncle John; he struggled, he got it, but he was also doing an exploding hand technique, and then you were making the mistake of hanging on too tight while he.
Yeah, I was doing all kinds. I was just lost. But you know what? Well, if it was just strength, I mean, I was compromised.
Well, that's the thing. You were putting so much physical effort into stalling the match around the center that
that's all I had.
Have any mental effort left to think? You're just like
because he took everything. He took everything.
Oh yeah, and then he just kept taking more and more and more.
Yeah, so all I had was strength.
Just strength. Right? What you showed the strength was.
Yeah, it was there. The technical part wasn't there. Yeah, and not only that, like he was trying to hit me. Like in the first round, he was trying to showboat. Like look at the crowd. He did it, and he went, and then he hit me, and then his wrist went poof, poof, poof. Yeah. Every time he hit me, he lost his hand. Then I tried to come up and press. Like there was a moment where I came, but I felt it. I was going to get detached, right? So I had to go back, and then he finally went up like this, climbed on my hand, and then
did his thing.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. You know what? I learned a lot from it, and John was a better arm wrestler than me. So it was good for me. It's like, you know what? I needed a loss. I was kept bragging, I've never lost in super match format, fucking blah, 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 and I thought it was all king shit. And then John just said, you suck. You beat me in the setup every time. But I've been working on the setup so much since that it's not going to be easy for people to beat me in the setup anymore.
Yeah.
My main focus, I'm not even thinking about the match. I'm just thinking about winning the setup now. That's it. So, that's a game changer right there in itself. Because I win the setup and I have hand control. I'm in the driver's seat, right?
So, yeah. Right. Hand control gives you a lot.
It does.
Hand control gives you all the options.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I can access my strength. So, and that's what I'm working on, right? So it was sometimes, a lot of guys get down when they lose, and you see like Niles, you should see that guy. He's a beast now. Losing to Dale has made that guy like a psychopath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he wants Dale. Yeah. So
he needs him.
Yeah. Did we talk about Kanai, Monster Todd?
We did.
Kanai, we did talk about Hutchings and Kanai.
We did, yeah, we did. We touched on that.
Yeah.
There were a lot of good matches, man.
Reno Sagoff.
We already talked about that.
Yeah. Good match. Yeah.
That was for the vacant title.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Oleg,
Devin, we spoke about that, of course.
no, the other Oleg.
Oh,
And
Cali.
and his name Bakili, or was it?
Oh, Bekili Oniani.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was just kind of a repeat of the first one, except opposite. Oniani was just taking him down, and then Oleg's arm just got so burned he couldn't even contest it.
He's like one of my new favorite arm wrestlers, man.
Dude, there was that one, I think E-First West 2 or some shit, where he was pulling, it was Oleg Zock's big return, and it was against Oniani, and they had a burner where Oniani was just in the flop, just holding it for like freaking 10 minutes, and it was crazy.
Well, I know.
It was a crazy time.
Well, Bakili, I think, is very, very, very quickly being considered like definitely one of the best pullers overall.
He's very good.
Yeah, he's very good. And I think, you know what? I watched him. I went back and watched past Worlds and stuff. And you know what? It was like the last 2 years, he just came into his own. Like, he was always a technical good puller, but now he's actually thickened and he's gotten so fucking strong. I don't know. I think we're going to be hearing about him being.
Oh, yeah. He's number one right now. I'm pretty sure that was number one.
He's definitely number one. He's in his weight class. I'd say he's definitely number one. But I'm just saying, like, I think
he'll branch up to 85. And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I gotta head out. Gotta go let the dogs out and whatnot. So.
Oh, no worries. Okay, well, it was good talking. I think we covered the main matches. I think
we covered all the big ones. We didn't cover all the big ones. There's still a bunch of it. There's so many good matches. It's hard to even remember.
Yeah, but anyway, well, that's fine. Yeah, so just remember, Zach, start making your list.
I'll make my list.
Making the list. Yeah, you got 3 weeks. We're gonna get it all together. And like I said, the chat can get involved. They can help us. We're gonna announce the rankings.
We'll put some polls to be like, who do you think is number one in this rank in Alberta? Who do you maybe we'll do that.
Yep. And if anybody watching, if you can get us a sub, get us a sub here and there. As soon as we get monetized, I've got that bull poll. I want to give it away to somebody. So I'm gonna do it. I want to. And we're still.
Don't tempt him. He'll do it.
I'll do it. As soon as we get monetized, someone's getting a bull pull. So
someone's getting a bull pull.
Yeah, so definitely, you know what, here and there, if there's something worth sharing, share it and try to get us some subs, guys, because we need it. I don't care that much about the growth because we just love doing it. But hey, if we're monetized, we can do a lot more, right? Because we have more options. YouTube only lets us do certain things because we're not monetized. I want to do polls and I want to do all kinds of shit just right on the chat. So can't really do it until you have the permissions, right?
No, right.
Yeah. So, but anyway, okay, bro. Well, good night. And yeah, we'll do it again here soon. I'll try to maybe this next week. I might try to get out to a practice.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. Like, sub, come back, see us again.
See you guys next time.